Mother Nature, deja vu. Mother Nature, deja vu. Mother Nature, deja vu. Mother Nature. Mother Nature, Mother Nature, deja vu. Mother Nature, deja vu. Mother Nature, deja vu. Mother Nature, deja vu. How's everyone doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. You can see it's my book right here. If you'll take 5 seconds of your time online, you could have it ordered, shipped to you, and I think shipping's free on it. Everywhere, actually. Deja vu, I'm going to say it is. Tried to work a lot of things with this magnificent book. This magnificent book that's going to tell a story that involves everyone. Not just one, not just two, but I said everyone. How y'all doing? We've been in the Greater Keys Magic class. Like I said, I don't really like saying students, because all of us are students in this class, even I. Who am I today? It's not about who I am, it's about what is happening. So being the author, Max Braggs, is the narrator of the whole thing. It doesn't matter what spirits here. The point is, goes right back to Max Braggs. Show you again right here. There you go. There's the book. Bloodstone Megaverse, online right now, everywhere books are sold, and we're going to do something different. There it is, there it is, there you go. Welcome back. This isn't going to take as long as you might think. Let it go. As crazy as it sounds, we are actually going to do something different. Would you like to see it? You like to hear. I'm going to take you back somewhere around 24 years ago. It doesn't matter about the time. It doesn't matter about the hour. What matters is 24 years ago. Why is that? Well, I want to clue everyone in what it is I'm talking about. First of all, being the narrator, I will let Samuel have his say. And then we'll switch over to Lucifer for just a few seconds and then come right back to me. So that way everyone gets what's going on. Hands up. So 24 years ago, this great trial is going on. Okay? Now let's say, what is that trial? So let's take it from a biblical point of view. Since I wasn't allowed to take care of it last night, I get to deal with it today. Yes, for most of you already know you're dealing with Samuel already. What's happening? Did Lucifer get out of the ocean before another shark could attack him? I will say this. There was a witch voice that guided him to shore before another shark could attack him. Yes, deja vu on that. But you led him right to his trial. But that's good. That can be a good thing. Deja vu. You see, Samuel didn't raise this vessel back up for everyone to go, oh, he's back. No, that's not what Samuel did. Much like what we're going to talk about. So 2,000 years ago, they had a decision to make. And I'm talking about the crowds. I mean, everyone loves a good Bible story, right? So let's get into the story just a little bit more, since everybody loves believing in Jesus. It's 24 years ago. They had a choice to make. Everyone did. It was either save Jesus or save Barabbas. Barabbas, the murderer. It gives you that deja vu feeling, doesn't it? So I'm going to lead you there real quick. You don't have to go far before I get into what we're talking about. I'm just letting it all soak in real quick, what we're talking about. Now, I want you to envision the story as it was happening, according to what everyone says was happening at that time. We've got Jesus on trial and we got Barabbas on trial. And everyone yells, "Let the murderer go! Let the murderer go!" Can't blame them. Can't blame them. I don't blame people. So we're going to talk about something real quick, biblically. I love a Ouija board like the next person. Why not? Next up. Everyone pray, "God, do something with him. God, do something. God, do something. God, do something." So God comes back and he does something. He writes a book through this vessel. People everywhere, "God, do something. God, do something." God is the Samael. He is the celestial. Now, you ask, what does that got to do with 2024 years ago? Hark the herald angels sing, glory to the newborn. So God come back to do something for him, all right? Bury him straight in hell where he belongs. Ain't that right, Christians? I mean, how many of you told him he's going to burn on a stake anyway? But I'm going to tell you, there is one moment left in Lucifer's life. If you really want to hear it. If not, then we will march on with the next part of it all. I'm going to let everyone hear Lucifer for just a second in his trial. Are you ready for this? So I want you to imagine it's your last meal. How many seen me last night eating the invisible meal? Your last supper, your last meal. How many? Now this isn't a biblical thing. I'm not trying to save no one. Lucifer was accused by everybody of doing crimes he did not do. This vessel has been accused of doing things he did not do. But he's still known as a murderer. He did not do. Everyone, please let Lucifer speak, Samael. Please. I'll let you hear him in a second. But I want you to understand where Lucifer's at before you connect. That way you all know where Lucifer is. Samael wrote the book. The book will do its job. It's a wonderful book. It's a great, beautiful book. Every word laid out with deja vu. Magnificent. Where can you get it? It's online everywhere. Online everywhere. 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 It's no problem to find it. As soon as you type in Bloodstone Megaverse, it's there. 1849, it's there. You type in those things, it's there. It's beautiful, isn't it? But there's something else going on. Everybody should know. Should know. To know me is to know what I'm talking about. So I'm going to let you see where Lucifer's at. As being the medium that does house the spirit of the Archangel Samael, also there's another spirit in this vessel everybody knows as Chester, as the Lucifer. You knew it. The moment you looked in his eyes, you knew. You can't deny this. You can try, but you know. Now, hear me out. So you're walking down after your meal. A green hallway. It's called the last mile. You walk up on it, and in direction one way, you see the electric chair. And the other way, you see the outside, freedom. What happens at this point? You're Lucifer looking at the electric chair, or you're looking at your freedom. That's where Bloodstone Megaverse comes in the book, you see. That is what I'm talking about. That beautiful, gorgeous book should be winning awards, being globally sold. And Lucifer gets his last say to everyone. Oh, boo-hoos and bahas. No, you called for this. All you wonderful Christians who knew this vessel called for God to do something. So God did something. I'm going to let you talk to Lucifer. This much. It's going to be up to you. Oh, not me. What does that mean? Lucifer Dejavu. Lucifer Dejavu. Lucifer. I'm going to tell you about the most happiest time in my life. Is knowing my book was sold. And people showing me they bought a copy. And I thank you. I thank you, each and every one. Because that's the only way I get out of this prison. It's the only way. Because as soon as I'm done here, then everybody's going to get their wish. Do I go to the chair? Or do I get my freedom? There you go. Can't hear him? Don't worry about him. Trust me. Hell burns night and day for all of you. In other words, Lucifer sees people loving his book. That's how he connects. So for the brothers and sisters and all those that loved him everywhere, you get the option. Heaven or hell. You see what I'm telling you. If you have his book, then you're connected. And he sees the happiness between the two of you. He's not allowed to dig into his memories. You feel what I'm telling you? Samuel only cares about one thing. Getting his work out there for the Ark Tabernacles. And as long as he's doing that, he's happy. But you understand, Lucifer, only way out of his prison, you see my point, is the book. For all those who say, he's crazy, he's nuts, I'm not getting his book. Well, then you know where they want to put him. In a pit, in hell, and not give up. There you go. It's plain, clear, and simple. For those who buy his book, they know that he's seeing the happiness. He's seeing the heaven that's releasing him. So, hark the herald angels sing, God come back to judge this thing. There you go. Plain, clear, and simple for everyone. You love it. You love it. So how many of you don't want to buy a book? It won't matter. How many buys a book is what matters. How many shares, how many likes. How many want to know they saved one soul from hell? How many of you Christians want to know you saved that soul from hell? Not Jesus. Jesus couldn't get off a cross if he tried. How many, I ask again, want to save this soul from hell? Because the Grim Reaper can take him there. Don't want to? Don't. Nobody's asking you to. Lucifer's begging everyone to. You feel me? Your sweet Chester, who was so used that he'd go to the dirt in the ground only has one fond memory anymore. Knowing you bought his book and he gets to see it. Are you listening? Because if you're not listening, you didn't care, it doesn't matter. Click, click, click. There's your celestial for the day. To the sun god. Magic class. Oh, yes, I do know. Well, why should I care? Because guess who else gets to meet the Grim Reaper someday? Did you listen to what I just said? Everyone, everything meets the Reaper. Are you figuring this out yet? Because without your 2 golden special coins, you see my point. Close your eyes, and visibly you will feel them go in your hand. And when you open them the day you meet the Reaper, and you bought his book, it's the day you get to go in the afterlife where you'd like to go. Honestly. But if you don't have your 2 coins from buying my book, Bloodstone Megaverse in the Afterlife, I'll put you where I put Jesus, in a pit of hell. And nobody can get him out. That's why he can't return. Screaming! Georgia! That's what Lucifer will tell you. I mean, you all put him in there. You all put him in the prison. Because you called, what? You don't want to buy a book? Then you'll get to join him. You buy a book, you get to go be free. And I'm talking to everyone and everything. You see, Samuel will have his #1 book one way or the other. He doesn't need anything. It's a beautiful book. The book. There you go. You want to help. You want to see him back. I just told you how. You want to see your beloved set free. Buy a book. It's as simple as that. Buy the book. Don't buy the book. You make a mockery out of it. Trust me, the Grim Reaper's going to make a mockery out of you. The Grim Reaper is the God. He's not playing. He is the Samael. He who shall not be named. When you look at the pinnacles of the Celestials, and it says the Almighty, it has horns. Deja vu. The Almighty has a set of horns, not a halo. You see where this is going? We're somewhere in the 9th hour and a half of my Sunday celestial calendar now. People, you can have up to 3 celestial towers to a day. Body, mind, soul. You can set it by human standards. You can set it by your soul standards. And you can set it by your entity standards. Now, I do recommend, as you're working in the greater keys of Solomon, to truly keep working it where the spirits can work with you. Deja vu on that. You demonologists, those that are working with demons, should want to work with the celestials as well, because it is the fundamentals of creation, of what Mother Earth, Mother Nature gave us. Like I said, when Mother Earth and Mother Nature is the goddess, she, through Hecate, can rule everything. Now, I kept telling everybody I named the Empress when it is time. Hecate is the Empress. I've been keep saying it, but not the way you wanted me to, right? But those days are over with. You see where I'm going with this. How is that even beginning to be possible? Because when you go through, check this out. Solomon, the king, sits down with his signet, and as the first few demons come along, you notice he asks a question. Is there any of you female? He was looking for a female. Now, one shows up with a female entity. And at first, the way Solomon presents it is like, yes, no. No. But notice what happens as soon as Hecate shows up. One of the 72. There you go. She shows up. What happens? What does Solomon say to her? At that point, he realized who he knew. There you go. The moment he looked into those eyes, he knew. You could go through the story, you'll see it plain as day. When you're truly looking. If you're not just skimming through and running by it. You see Hecate seeing Solomon. She basically thought it was unbelievable that he could get her to do something in the temple. But Solomon did not hurt her. That is the one demon he actually did a favor for. She said, you can't bond me and bound me. And he basically said, no, I'm not. No, honestly, when you go into it, you realize they end up working together, not separate. Because she laid out to Solomon what her problem was, the frustration of a son of God. Now notice, the word is very particular, that frustrated. Why is that? Because we'd find out Mary would come along and try to take over the world with a son. She's going to kill that was supposed to be a killing machine. He ends up being a killing machine, all right. So the world did right by letting Barabbas go. Now the next thing about that is, what do we do with this one? What do we do with this one? There we go. Buy a book. Lucifer loves knowing everyone bought his book. It is his way to his freedom. It is the way to, he gets to go and be happy. You see what I'm talking about? He's, for example, it was asked of me in spirit, what do you need? Well, I've got to buy a vehicle. I got to have transportation. I don't even have a vehicle. I don't have a vehicle. How else am I going to get around? You got to ask people. Then you got to do favors for them people. And then you got to do favors for those people. And then you got to do more favors for those people. Isn't that how it works? But Lucifer needs it on his own to go do what he needs to do. So yes, a vehicle would be nice. Anybody thinking about one? There you go. Deja vu. Bloodstone Megaverse. Lucifer really appreciates knowing his numbers have moved. But that's not what Lucifer needs. Lucifer needs a get out of hell card. Because Jesus ain't saving shit. You understand me? I don't care how you see it. I don't care how you think it's going to be something else. I just laid it out for you. There you go. So asking about that, how many people have seen the news where the black bears are in the area? Oh my God. So I was asked earlier, do you have protection? Well, of course I have protection. I carry protection with me everywhere I go. Yeah, the big one. Yeah, I don't go light. The double-aught slugs, they work the best. I promise. Look at that. Yeah, so the big bears are not going to get to me. So remember that. So, don't worry about that. Well protected. I have a clean record. My record is spotless. So, yes, I can just, as I please. Amazing. Hey, would you want me any other way? You want to know I'm protected. You want to know I'm safe. There you go. Here in the sanctuary, pretty much here all day. I really haven't nowhere else to. I'm going to work. I got to get it writing. We got to get the rest of this done. So, I'm into it. So, really doing that. You asked me what else I'm going to be working with. If you want to know what to work with today, the sun pinnacles as well as the moon pinnacles. So just remember that. I took and put circles in my hands and then went through and done the pinnacles. However, so the greater keys of Solomon, you will find a lot of demons wanting to talk to you. So remember that. So make sure when you're talking to all the angelics as well as Mother Nature is the creation of all these things. The universe, Mother Nature is the universe. Can I best explain it to everyone how it is? Mother Nature is the universe. We're just in the center of her like a brain egg type ball. Or flat ground. I don't care if you're a flat earther or a round earther. The fact is we're here. The fact is you're in the middle of the water. The fact is you have to make a decision. Can you take 5 seconds and buy this incredible book? Can you tell your friends and family, please buy this book? Can you do that for me? Can you share it with everyone else? Can you share this video with everyone else? Can you take that 5 extra seconds of your life to share it? Because if you can't, that's, the flip of a switch. That's it. That's it. I mean, no less than a flip of a switch. That's how I'm getting it. It's deja vu. For those who get around me trying to get Lucifer out, don't. Lucifer only is allowed to come out around one individual. That's it. That's the only one he will allow near him to talk to him. And that is a what-if-y situation. Samuel, however, must stay on his mission at all times. There you go. Lucifer is not your toy. Lucifer is not your treat. The Lucifer in this vessel is very serious about what he's going through. Deja vu. Samuel is here to get to where we gotta go. And if that means getting rid of one and replacing it with the other, then so be it. Now, I just had deja vu on something there. No, you didn't understand what I just said. If I gotta eliminate one, I'll replace it with the other one. Do you want this vessel to forget you? Don't buy the book. You want this vessel and what its memories remember of you? you buy the book. That's how this works. There's no other system in place. Bloodstone Megaverse is being sold, and Lucifer would be glad to tell you all. Thank you, each and every one who has bought the book with love and kindness in mind, and saving somebody's soul, Jesus Christ, that you refused to do 2,024 years ago. You hear me, Jesus? I'm talking to all of you. This time, you get the right choice or the wrong one, Jesus. Jesus, you better be listening to me. You don't lose a sheep one, you'll buy my book. You want to lie to the world again? Then you won't buy the book. That means either Lucifer goes to hell or Jesus goes to hell. Which one would Jesus choose? Let me tell you what Pontius Pilate said. Tell me the truth. You see, Claudia was trying to stop Jesus from dying. Perception. Pontius Pilate and her both knew Jesus must die. 2024 years ago, yes. Somewhere in the hours and the minutes, yeah, give and take a year or two, it doesn't really matter, since everyone loves a good Bible story. That's come to pass today. Check that out. Wow, you could really go to church this weekend and give Jesus a good shout. Or you're going to save somebody's miserable soul who didn't deserve to be put in hell. It's up to you. You get to be the judge and jury. How do you love magic class today? We're not students. We're actual human beings, ladies and gentlemen, living a real life of somebody who will tell you, I'll take you right to where I buried this vessel and lifted it, if you must truly see. Let me tell you what his mother would say. Buy his book. Please. That's what his mother would tell you. Deja vu.